Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we've got another video for you on this 1972 Volkswagen Beetle. If you saw the last video, you'd have seen us replace both heater channels. We got both A-pillars repaired and a few other structural areas as well. And this one we focus a little bit more on bodywork. We get both front quarter panels replaced, we get the rear quarter panel replaced, we get the spare wheel trough all repaired up, and we do a couple of custom touches on the dash as well. So check out the video to see the progress. Okay, so straight into getting this front quarter panel fitted. The fuel tank support panel looks about 15mm low here, and that's a common problem with these Mexican front quarters. So I drill out the spot welds and move it up before I can fit the quarter panel. Okay, so I've got the front quarter panel fitting nicely now. It meets all the flanges where it's going to weld to, and that fuel tank support panel is now in the right place. I've also fitted the door because that A-pillar is supported by the front quarter panel, and we need to make sure it's in the right place, holding that door square in the aperture before I get it fitted. And as you can see, the door opens and shuts nicely, and I've got good gaps all the way around. I can now start welding the quarter panel in, and I start by spot welding it to the A-pillar. As you can see, this takes lots of spot welds to get it all fitted, and to be fair, it would take much longer if we had to drill and then plug weld and then grind down the welds, so I'm very thankful I've got a spot welder. So here I'm plug welding the bottom of the quarter to the heater channel. That's because I can't get a double-sided spot welder in this place, and this has to be nice and strong. So once the plug welds are ground down, I'm then going to use a single-sided spot welder to replicate the factory welds. And there we go, that is the front quarter all spot welded in as per factory. I've still got to finish that A-pillar seam off, but the rest of it is all welded in and I'm really happy with that. The door gaps are mint as well, so yeah, onto the other side. And as you can see, this offside quarter panel is just as gnarly as the near side one was. Lots of holes, lots of crappy repairs, and we've got this fuel flap that's been welded up poorly as well. So here is the new genuine, the old stock front quarter panel. Paul wants a smooth look like an earlier car, so the first thing we're going to do is delete this aperture for the fuel filler. So once the recess is cut out, I grab a piece of metal, mark it out, cut it to shape, and then I have to use the English wheel to put a little bit of a curve in it just to match the profile of the front quarter. Well, now that front quarter is all prepped and ready to go, I can focus on removing the old quarter panel. Exactly the same process as the other side. All the spot welds are ground out. I use a disc cutter to cut below the original seam between the quarter panel and the scuttle. So I've now got the quarter panel all clamped and tech screwed in place. I've popped the fuel tank in to make sure that all fits nicely and everything's square as it should be. And I've got the door on just the same as the other side to make sure that that's all gapped up as well. That said, on this side I've had to use the porter power to push the top of the A-post forward because that needs to be moved forward to keep the door square in the aperture. Once the quarter panel is all welded in, it will hold the A-post where it needs to be and the door won't drop. Just like the other side, the bottom of the quarter panel has been plug welded to the heater channel, and I'm now using the single-sided spot welder to replicate the factory spot welds. The last thing I need to do is replicate this folded seam on both A-pillars on the near side and off side. I start by cutting a strip of metal and use the shrinker to shrink it to shape, and then I can seam weld all the way down the full length and grind it to the size I need to make this a perfect replica of the factory seam. And there we go, it looks just like the factory folded seam. Now I can move my attention to this rear quarter. As you can see, it's covered in loads of horrible repairs. It's had the half moon vent welded up badly, and yeah, lots of horrible welding everywhere. Well, Gareth has been busy drilling and grinding out all the spot welds, but this quarter panel's still stuck on with the original expanding foam that VW fitted in the factory. This holds on to lots of moisture, which is why you see this area rotted out on lots of Beetles. The inside part of this rear body mount is also a really common place for these to rot out. It's because they're 3 layers of metal all spot welded together. This is a new quarter panel and we need to start by welding up this half moon vent. So I start by shaping up a piece on the English wheel, and then I can cut it to shape and let it in. So I can pop the quarter panel in place and use the rear body mount to line it up, and then just clamp it down on all the flanges to make sure it fits nicely. While I've been tackling this rear quarter, Jim's removed some dodgy plates from the dash and started repairing this scuttle panel as well. With the rear quarter panel all welded in, I can now repair this boot floor section, which does weld to that inner quarter. And there we go, that is the offside all ground down nice and neat. I know you'll never see it, but it's nice to leave it as per factory finish. So next up is the dash. This had a load of sketchy plates all tack welded in. I've decided to replace all of those plates and seam welded them in for a seamless finish. This is going to be a little bit of a custom dash. Paul doesn't want a fresh air box, so like I said, those vents are all being welded up, and he's only going to have 3 switches on the dash for a super clean look, so I'm welding up all of the spare holes for those as well. And there we go, that is the dash finished. I think this will look super smart when it's all painted nicely. Next up is the washer bottle panel and the spare wheel trough. As you can see, lots of grot in here. We're going to repair the factory panel though, because it's got the original pressings. You see a lot of show cars now where people just chuck reproduction panels on that don't have the correct pressings, but we want to make the effort to keep this as factory as possible. So I'm going to start by drilling out all the spot welds that hold on the recess panel for the washer bottle. Then once that's removed, I can clean up all of the rust behind using our media blaster. Now that's cleaned up, it's revealed some rust between this spot welded joint here, so I'm going to have to cut that out and repair it before we can think about replacing the washer bottle panel. That's the lap joint all repaired and spot welded back together. Now I can fit the washer bottle panel. Well, that's the washer bottle recess all repaired now. I can now spot weld in the spare wheel trough. Well, that brings us to the end of another video. As you can see, we've actually got more metal work done than we've covered in this video. We've repaired all of this rear vent section and roof, but you're gonna have to wait for that one. I've still got some more editing to do, and I'm hoping we'll get the quarter panel for this side, and fingers crossed in the next one we'll tie up all of the major metal work. We've still got a few cool things to do. A rag top will be fitted to this, and we're going to do a dry build as well with the engine that Paul's ordered for it. That's a 200 horsepower fire breathing engine, so looking forward to getting that. But we want to do a full dry build, make sure all of the fuel system, oil system is all going to be ready for us to install. So yeah, please remember, if you've enjoyed this video, to hit like and subscribe. We want to get our viewing figures back up to where they were before we had that little bit of a break. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys checking it out. So I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.